Dear participants of the World Business Angel Investors Week 2022 in Switzerland, a very warm welcome from my side to a conference full of insights, networking, new opportunities, and last but not least, business ideas. Investing in Zurich was the best decision we have ever made. This statement does not come from the mayor of Zurich or the Minister of Economy, nor does it come from me, a person whose job is to promote Switzerland's business and technology center internationally and to attract new companies to our region. No, this statement comes from Eric Schmidt, the former head of Google and its parent company Alphabet. Investing in Zurich was the best decision we have ever made is the conviction of a global technology leader that has expanded its presence in Zurich from 2 employees to more than 4,200 in just over 15 years, making it Google's largest and most important research and development hub outside the USA. If you take a closer look at the success stories of numerous global technology leaders and countless innovative startups, including several unicorns such as WeFox in Switzerland and the Greater Zurich area, you quickly realize investments in companies, but also investments by companies in other companies and startups, or in Switzerland as a location, are favored by 3 factors. First, innovation and talent. Second, international openness. Third, stability and reliability. Of course, these 3 factors influence and depend on each other. And I think that in this combination, they are unique in the world and have made Switzerland and the Greater Zurich area an excellent place to invest and to do business. A few thoughts. With an increase of 44% in invested capital and the breakthrough of $3 billion mark, the Swiss startup scene has made an impressive comeback after the slight decline in 2020, with records in trade sales, IPOs, and new funds. Investments in Swiss startups have been on a growth trajectory for 10 years, and the increase has accelerated significantly in recent years. Since 2018, this means within 3 years, the amount invested has almost tripled, whereas the first tripling took almost 6 years. One reason for the impressive numbers is the activity of new Swiss funds, and this will continue to increase. This year's fund radar lists 35 new funds from Swiss providers, breaking the record. The large number of funds, in turn, is due not least to the numerous successful exits. 11 IPOs and 55 trade sales took place in 2021. Switzerland is a small, landlocked country with virtually no natural resources. To achieve our wealth and quality of life, Switzerland has always had to be open in business and science. We have been striving for the best talents and technologies, capital, entrepreneurship, and networks. Today we are one of the most interconnected economies in the world. Switzerland is highly dependent on foreign trade. We have access to the European single market without being a member of the European Union. To have a company in Switzerland means to have access to more than 500 million consumers in Europe. It means that you can easily recruit talent from any EU member state thanks to bilateral agreement on the free movement of persons agreement. Switzerland also has free trade agreements with 40 partners outside the European Union, including China, Japan, the Republic of Korea, and Canada. The international openness is also reflected in research and teaching. A majority of professors and PhD students at our top universities are foreigners, which creates and promotes open and international research networks. This in turn leads to a high number of spin-offs with foreign founders. 3/4 of the venture capital for Swiss startups also comes from abroad. Every business activity is associated with risks, especially in the environment of startups, which is all about innovation, growth and internationalization. Technological progress is just as uncertain as commercial success. If at least the environment in which you are operating is stable and predictable, this is all the more of an advantage. In this context, Swiss reliability is to be understood comprehensively. It is about the stability of the political and legal system, currency, sound public finances, which means low level of public debt, the tax system, and business and innovation-friendly regulations in general. This also includes functioning infrastructure, social security, education and healthcare. Reliability in this sense also covers Swiss quality in all areas of life. In short, a stable, reliable environment reduces the overall risk of investment significantly. Believe me, it's not only the beautiful nature and the fine chocolate and cheese that made Eric Schmidt of Google say, "Investing in Zurich was the best decision we have ever made." It's the whole package you get when investing in Switzerland. I hope the short overview has given you the big picture of how interesting, dynamic and thriving the Swiss startup, business and science scene is, and that I was able to convince you that Switzerland and the Greater Zurich area are worthwhile to think of when considering investment opportunities. Thank you very much and have an insightful Congress.